Mitch Keller, 2 innings, 3 hits, but shutout baseball. Looks good on paper, but how did you feel in the field?
I felt great. It's good to get back out there. Always exciting for the first one, but yeah, I mean, guys were making plays, double plays, and that was the whole point, is just fill up the zone and see what happens.
I know that the changeup is something you and I had talked about. You're trying to implement that. We saw it out there effectively. You said you've been waiting for some adrenaline to see how that pitch would go. So what are your thoughts on how that one shaped out?
Yeah, it worked out great. Delay back there, called them in like the perfect times. I think one of them was like a 1-0 changeup for a ground ball double play, which was sweet. And then, yeah, we used it effectively there for a strikeout. Yeah, just picking and finding times to use it, and yeah, I felt really good with it, especially when, intensity gets a little bit more out here in the first game than live BPs on the backfields. So yeah, it was exciting.
Well, it's nice to know when a pitch is working, right, that you're trying to implement into your arsenal. But what can be different about trying to implement a pitch in spring when you're trying not to worry about the results too much because you're trying to just make changes so it's something that can work when the regular season comes around?
Yeah, if you give up a hit on something, you can't really get too frustrated out here in spring training. I mean, these guys, like the Twins, were out here swinging early and often, so it's kind of hard to get a feel for how things are working. But yeah, you really have to analyze after the competition was over and go to video and see what's working and not, because it's really hard to dissect what's going on out there when your adrenaline and emotions going. So.
You talked a lot about the double plays being turned behind you. How nice was it to see sort of a new look infield with Adam Frazier being back? IKF, we know, is out there. He was new to the team last year, and Triolo at first base. They seem to be clicking.
Yeah, it was awesome. It's awesome to see Frazier back there again. It's been a few years since he's been on our team, so definitely good to see him fielding some balls and turning two. But yeah, the guys are great, man. He's, when it's hit on the ground, I know there's a pretty damn good chance that outs are going to be made and double plays are going to be turned.
What does a guy like Adam Frazier bring back to this Pirates clubhouse? I know he's a great leader in there.
Yeah, leader, veteran, just wants to win, and he's ultra competitor. Like, I think the first word first couple of words we said to each other, and he was like, "No, we're winning," and which, it was cool. I was like, "Hell yeah, let's go!" It's just good to have that kind of attitude. He just brings a different little edge to him, which I think we need.
Andrew Heaney has been a new addition to this rotation. What is the camaraderie like between this rotation? Because you've got a lot of competitors now that could be lined up on that mound in those spots.
Yeah, it's huge. Just to have depth and. Yeah, having him in here is great. I kind of think that just kind of rounds off our rotation. We have a bunch of depth in AAA. We got a bunch of young guys coming up. Paul, Jared, Bailey. We've got it all. Now it's just going out and executing and doing the job and just keeping it as simple as possible. We don't have to overdo it. Like, we're good enough. We don't need to try and do too much. Just do our jobs, and the rest will fall into place.
How have you seen those young guys mature within just one off season after having some major league time?
Yeah, a lot more confidence, which is cool to see. That's definitely a huge gameplay in this game. Is you got to have confidence, and if you don't, then you're already a step behind. So having confidence is huge, and it's awesome to see all these guys coming into camp that have it already.
Mitch, for you personally, you became a dad this off season. Yeah. What's been exciting about adding that to your resume?
Yeah, it's definitely different, but it's the best thing in the world. I know everyone says that it'll change your life, and it's truly you can't put words on it. You can't explain it. It's been awesome. I couldn't be happier. I love going home to him every single day and just spending time with him.